Let this.
They're not gonna, Mehdi, trust me, bro. You're not gonna fix that piece of shit. Okay? These guys have been doing this for 4 fucking years. The easiest thing to do is literally forget of their existence and just laugh when shit like this happens, dude. This is, honestly, this is the most entertaining I thought I was gonna be excited just from the fucking other Twitch drama, dude. Waking up and seeing this is like, bro, I've had my coffee, I've had something to eat. This is more than I could ask for today. I just feel bad that people like Saab of all people are getting hated on. You know what I mean?
Just one sec. Can you guys hear him? Are you able to hear him? This is one of the his mic quality. He did tell me his mic quality is not amazing. We'll see how it works out. One of the ex mods who has given us evidence that as an ex mod,
we've seen this shit. We've seen this shit. Where's the new juice, boys?
Even the most actively being a toxic presence, right? Despite them saying,
mixed it up.
Oh, here we go. Someone's talking.
Started watching RP, I would say around 2018, 2019 thereabouts. Mainly watched.
Oh. Oh no, dude.
Then I swapped towards shots and the CG boy.
It was fucking deleted instantly, dude.
Mixed it up with little Buddha, etc. All that stuff. So I decided back in January.
I'm gonna die. Oh shit, dude.
That the next time.
Holy fuck, this is funny.
Would have been opened. I would have tossed my head. Decided, you know, I noticed a bit of a slant in moderation.
Oh man.
I was like, okay, let me go. Let me attempt to provide a different perspective there. So I went, applied, was interviewed, and yeah.
and how long have you were you a mod for RPClipsGTA?
I believe it was about a month or 2.
And what ultimately do you, I mean, if by the way, at any point, if any questions that I ask you're not comfortable with answering, don't feel obligated. At the end of the day, I would quite simply appreciate the fact that you're you know, giving us some insight as to, well, what seems to be obvious, for lack of a better word.
What I will comment that I was quote unquote removed from the mod team for quote unquote toxicity.
And what actually happened, in your words?
Alrighty, so what essentially happened, the backstory to it, was that I was interacting with a particular friend or an individual I would have believed to be a friend at that point in time. The individual posted a take. I did a troll report on him. That troll report was detected by one of the senior moderators due to some plugin or whatever that allowed them to highlight moderator reports separately. That was escalated up the chain. The team decided that I did not fit what they wanted as a mod and decided to remove me. I had no objections. I bore them no ill will. Honestly, out of all of them, Dot is probably still my fucking favorite.
You know, maybe if CG and certain people didn't have a dedicated hate community, they wouldn't be so fucking frustrated and annoyed with everything all the time, dude.
Say that last bit again. You kind of cut out.
I said I really bore no ill will from it because, again, it was a bit of a stupid troll on my part. But Dot Funk is still my favorite mod out of all of them. But at the end of it, we just went our separate ways.
In your short stint, like, I mean, we're barely touching the surface with.
It's okay to hate me, especially if you're a moderator in my chat, because my moderators are retards too.
You know,
they might as well go for a job over here. Honestly, dude, you guys that moderate my channel, why don't you just go for a job over here? That'll probably just make you like king of the Reddit because you guys are retarded.
We're noticing that. So Sab, they're looking. Comments that are calling out.
It's fresh get here, dude. Hey.
They're getting deleted. And my question to you is, like, in your own opinion, is there bias and editorializing occurring on RPClipsGTA. Is that something you've noticed?
Now, let me phrase the Sab and Koil screenshots with a bit more context.
Mm-hmm.
So, this was back in March. The moderation team, this was
Hutch.
around the time I joined, a little before.
That's when I banned it from NoPixel. Listen to it.
to create a blanket ban of all Koil content on the subreddit.
Mm.
What that meant was that anything that linked back to something that's Koil affiliated, be it his Twitch, be it his Twitter, etc.
Okay, hang on. Let's just. Oh, that's the wrong Reddit. Let's just go do something real quick. Let's look for a thread that has a lot of views in it. Where's some drama, dude? Where's some drama? Like, where's it? Oh, they're probably. Oh, how about this? Just search like Voldemort or you know, someone unknown. I don't know what words they use these days. I actually haven't been on here for a while, but they still do the same shit. Voldemort. I don't know what fucking lingo they use these days, but if you are sloth, yeah, maybe it's not in this thread. This isn't juicy enough. There honestly isn't a big drama thread, probably because they're all being deleted right now. We need one with like 1,000 comments in it. Oh, this one's close. Oh no, that's who's Price? I don't even know who the fuck. Oh, Price is in like fucking, what's his fucking name? I haven't been in the server, so I don't know what the fuck's going on, to be honest. Oh yeah. Anyways, let's find one with more. Oh, we can just do this. Can't we like search by? Isn't there a way to search by like top? Like, what is this shit, dude? Hot or top? Like, how do you do top of like? Oh, here we go. Let's just do this year because there's probably something that was a few months ago. 7 months. You think it will be there? Oh. Oh, here we go. See, I don't think the search has got to work though that well because there's a lot of replies that are buried, and I don't know if that will come up in Control F. Oh, there you go. Server owner, server owner, server owner. Yeah, you know, you get the idea. It's there. It's still there. They haven't done shit to really stop it.
Etc. All of that is gone. Now, they were like, okay, we're not, but because Koil is Koil, we kind of have to have a work around it. So what they did was they allowed mirrors of Koil's content. So you would always see that anything to do with.
See, dude? So basically what they did was they allowed copyright infringement to occur on their website. And I actually put in the DMCA. I don't know if it actually did anything, but they've actually stopped doing it. So maybe they did get like a strike or something for that.
But Koil was always a streamable or something of that sort. Now, around the time they were pushing that out towards the community and saying, hey, this is the policy we want to go forward with. Here, have your opinion, make a vote or whatever. Seb, I forgot what the situation was, but Seb made one hell of a take. And the mods were pissed. He accused. I was in voice chat with a mod, not Rhythm Killer, by the way, and they actively accused Seb of trying to brigade the thread just because they have the thread pulled up on stream and they're talking about the comments.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what they considered brigading.
Sab did something that literally every streamer does, which is look at Reddit and YouTube clips while they're eating food or whatever. And why? And it was focused on Sab. I don't understand. Was he?
No.
Did he say something against Reddit?
No, not against Reddit. More like some of the commentators being like, okay, some of these brain deads may not have the full context, etc., etc. He was phrasing it. Now, granted, obviously, there's a lot of words we can use to describe Redditors, but
Mhm.
at the at the end of the day,
Yeah, how is there logic from these guys that if you go and look at a thread about you, you are brigading the thread? I'm so fucking.
Seb, I personally think
I'm
wasn't
so
really
confused,
saying anything wrong there.
Mhm.
He wasn't actively
bro.
encouraging.
I'll brigade them all day. I don't give a fuck. They can suck my cock. Honestly, go onto that Reddit and you just gotta get banned. It doesn't matter. There's no who gives a fuck, dude.
But they still viewed him
Eat a
pulling up
dick.
that thread and commenting on individual comments as quote unquote
Go
toxic,
troll them.
which was
Ah.
the whole
Honestly, guys, if you get fucking bored on your lunch breaks, go in there and just fucking say Koil's a fucking retard. I don't care. It'll be just try and fit in. Farm up some karma, guys. You could be a fucking famous Redditor at some point with the most karma. You can do it, guys.
justification for eating Koil in the first place.
Really?
Yep.
Our honest question, what do you think, like, of the guys that have the biggest pull in there? Are they young? Are they like, just I want to be careful not to open the door of like personal, right? Like, I don't think that's something that's necessary. I don't think it's anything that's appropriate. But I guess let me ask it a different way. Are they mature?
I would say most of them are mature, at least most of the mods that were there when I was a moderator. I look at that list now and I've seen it's been culled down quite a bit.
Yeah, so they invited all these new moderators in, right? Because this is what happened. Just so you guys get perspective of what this guy has gone through, okay? The moderator that is there now. I banned these idiots, okay, from my Reddit. Then they're like, oh shit, our Reddit might need some changes, but Koil's still a retard. What he said isn't true, but we definitely need to fix our Reddit. Come and apply to the Reddit. And now this guy is saying they literally culled all the people that they invited to the Reddit. So it expanded. They didn't like their point of view, and now it's shrunk again. They've gone full circle.
But as I said, Dot, pretty chill guy. The rest, especially looking at the list of active mods right now, a bit sus.
And I feel
Bit
like
sus,
I may have
dude.
interacted with Dot in the past. He's been in the RP community for a while. Are his hands tied? And what I mean by that is, I do imagine that they're given the
Just so you guys know, Dot is the one that owns the community. His hands are not tied. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He came on here to talk to me once and wouldn't even answer like half the questions. It was just embarrassing.
fact that I mean, I've had my own subreddit in the past, like way back, and I understand that. Let's say if you have 15 moderators, it's very possible that all it takes is some of them to make decisions.
Dot Funk is definitely involved on the entire thing.
If a Reddit is active, you may not notice that. Does he have control over his moderators and what they do, or is it pretty loosey-goosey?
I would say from the time I was there, it was mainly him, Cheeky, Rhythm Killer, and this other guy whose name I can't recall off the top of my head. They were like the main four, the quote unquote seniors. And Dot was the effective owner of the subreddit because I don't think Try was really involved in much at that point in time.
Is Dot the guy that was in the podcast with myself and a couple others?
I was actually trying to interrupt to say that he was the main person in that podcast with Koil.
I gotcha.
I want to, the thing is with the podcast, I would have preferred to talk to these guys by myself, but like I just feel like it's all irrelevant. But he couldn't answer the questions as to why, certain posts would get deleted and shit like that, and it's essentially what they believe is toxic is what they ban, and they don't believe, their opinion. Dude, I have an aneurysm thinking about how dumb it is. I just
I'm
can't.
not sure if you heard my aspect of it, but
My
I
brain
remember
just can't
snapping
comprehend
at
it, dude.
At one point, because I don't take bullshit very kindly when it comes to things like this. Primarily because you can detect it quite quickly. ignorance or just,
My head's gonna
claiming
pop
you're
thinking about
trying
this
to
shit,
do
dude.
something when, all evidence points otherwise. It's an easy deflection.
They love Omi when he's on CB's side, or when he's against the certain cops, or against CG. That's when they love Omi. They don't love Omi. They like him when he's in their agenda, and it's like that for everybody. You guys have got to understand this. It's the same with how Penna's gone. They adore Penna because he's the one that will not give a fuck about the groups that they hate. Same with Kyle, and that's why they're so far up his ass. They used to love Saab, and now that he's trying to work with CG and try to make their style of RP also work in the server, Saab is now the one being shafted. You've got to see this. Like, there's no question it's like this. This is what it is. This is literally what it is.
I don't disagree with.
So when you see streamers that are specifically going for certain individuals and making drama happen around those certain individuals, it's because they can play off Reddit, get extra viewers and shit like that as well. They do it for a reason. These guys aren't stupid. They'll imply that it's something else, but they are doing it for the drama agenda a lot of the time.
With that,
and this isn't just the people in the server now. This is a year ago type shit.
Some of his takes on that whole topic were a bit, extremely based. But at the same time, it's kind of like you're trying.
Same reason I'm doing it. Doing what though? What am I doing right now? I haven't played in the server in fucking 2 months. What do you mean? What am I doing? That I've said. I'm very interested to hear your logic with that one, dude. I mean, from somebody, listen, guys, you can go back a year ago to when XQC got banned, and it's pretty funny with the relevancy of how all the drama's coming off on Twitch now. I said I don't want to ban XQC because his value as a streamer is what makes NoPixel more valuable to everybody, and there's a reason why we allow him to get away with more things, okay? I try and be honest and realistic with my relationships with people on Twitch, okay? They are here for that reason, and I'm not saying I dislike or like this guy. I agree with some shit he says. I disagree with some shit he says. He's just I see him I'm not using them. I am, but I'm openly saying why it happens. And I think, for me to say stuff like that, I'm being more genuine than the people that are leeching off him and just acting like they're his best friend, or, going against him as their enemy to leech off him and shit like that. I say the reality of it and why it happens. This isn't a new thing. It's just how it is. It's just literally just how it is.
To be a diplomat in a sense, but at the same time you're trying to shovel bullshit.
And when I say that, like I said, that doesn't mean I fucking dislike or like him. From what I've talked to him, he seems like a good guy, and there's other people like that could be a benefit to our community, but don't respond in a positive manner, and that's why they do get banned. For instance, Trainwrecks, even though we went over and we've mended it, we're all good. That's the reason with him, I was staying clear of it. I didn't want to push anything. But yeah, like I said, once you started talking, everything was fine. It's whatever, dude. Plus, he gave me 100K, so business, boys.
In the name of being diplomatic, and that is not gonna work out well, no matter how much you try.
Absolutely. I mean, most people can read through it. I think sometimes people forget that they may believe that they are more sly in their word choices and what they're putting in.
Was it 115K? 105K, I don't know. He gave me a lot.
There's very few people that can throw up a fog screen very easily. Now, I'm not going to, try to psychoanalyze why they did those things. I mean, they could go from he didn't know else what to do or wanted to get out and didn't know how. I think, at this point, yeah, we can move past that. Why do you think they have not reached out to me yet? No.
I mean, listen, I can go on with the gambling shit chat, and I'm still under the same fucking... anybody that's shitting on XQC, okay, or Trainwrecks for gambling and saying these guys are the worst people for doing this, I can understand your point of view, but if you're a fucking retard, okay, that plays games like CSGO, like me, and this is why I think it's fucking dumb, and open cases and shit, you're doing exactly the same fucking thing, only worse, because you don't have 18 plus in your title. You're doing this usually to like 15-year-olds that are playing the same game. It is fucking gambling, okay? If you go to a CSGO case, you pay $5, you click a button, it spins, it either goes on something good or something shit, and you lose or make money. It's the same fucking thing, okay? Ludwig and shit. All these guys did poker. It's still gambling. You're still doing the same fucking shit. It's a game of RNG. I mean, obviously you can master some poker and stuff, but at the end of the day, dude, it's still all the same shit. You're all the same fucking idiots complaining about the same shit. If you're like I said, I personally play slots and shit IRL. Like, if I go to the pub, I'm gonna go smack a few hundred in that bitch and not give a fuck. Okay, I'm not gonna do $1,000 hits and shit, but it's all subjective to like how rich you are, I guess. For you guys, you probably go do like 50-cent hits. I go watch my dad do like 20-cent hits, and I'm like fucking. Bro, this is fucking boring. Let's, pump it up, dog. It's irrelevant how much you're doing, okay? The more money you get, the more you can bet, obviously. That's how it works. But, dude, anything that's an odds game and you encourage it through gaming or slots, whatever it is, you're doing the same exact fucking thing. I guarantee there's fucking thousands of kids that have watched Twitch, stole their mom's credit card, and fucking dumped that into CSGO skins, okay? Or fucking whatever else you can fucking randomize skins in. Fucking Valorant. I don't know if you can. Do you get cases in Valorant? No, you just buy shit in Valorant, don't you? Anyway, you can buy random cases. Fucking Path of Exile, whatever the fuck it is. You get the point. It's not only. It's the mentality that is wrong. And it's fair to argue that. It isn't fair to argue only one side and be fucking oblivious to everything else that happens.
Knowing what is likely to
Dota 2, whatever, bro. There's fucking heaps of fucking shit, you know what I mean?
Them either not giving up
Apex, yeah, whatever, dude,
or
yeah.
them just assuming, hey, this is just words. Like, oh yeah, it's typical every 2 months. Oh, I hate this subreddit, I'm gonna take it down, yada 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 bullshit.
Oh, does that happen often? I believe it or not, I barely even my original popping off.
And just so you guys know, I have opened skins and shit on game. I've opened Pokemon. It's the same with Pokemon cards and shit, guys. If you go buy a box of Pokemon cards, okay, for $1,000, because, that's what I was doing, and I was doing this fucking well before the fucking gambler streams popped up, it's a form of gambling. You're opening a pack of cards with 10 things in it, and there's a chance of one of these cards being worth $1,000, right? Sometimes you get a hit that's good, and sometimes you don't. They all work off the same basic human nature, okay? Which is a minor dopamine hit, and if you can do that continuously, it starts to get more, you get your dopamine hit, and then you just keep doing it, you know what I mean? And it's easy to do that on slots, it's easy to do that on cases, it's easy to do that with cards. If you've got the money, it's just easy to do it. It doesn't matter what it is. Just because it's not a fucking little poll you pull doesn't mean it isn't a randomized winning system. It's exactly the fucking same. It's all exactly the same.
I've mentioned why I popped off, and quite frankly, because storylines do stop due to that website.
Yeah, you're right, Vader. It is fair to say, like, poker's considered more of a sport like thing. I think you can definitely be skilled in poker, so it's a little bit different, but at the same time, if there's $1 million poker tournament and everyone's like fucking amateurs and they just enter it, it's just, you're still gambling. I mean, it's nowhere near. I wouldn't put it on the same as slots, but I would put like opening CSGO skins and shit like that similar to a slot perspective, because it really is a game of chance over poker, which is somewhat RNG, but you do have a skill-based system to it. It's gambling, but it isn't the same system of gambling. So I can agree with poker not being quite as bad, but
a lot of people realize.
Absolutely. I have seen in the last 3 years I've been an RP watcher, I have seen so many storylines crash and burn just simply because of the fact that, hey, children on Reddit can't, behave and control
I
themselves.
mean, look what Quinn did on fucking Diablo Immortal. You know what I mean? That right there says everything within gaming and the RNG and shit. You're paying to have RNG of like leveling up and shit. It's all the same system. It's a mini dopamine hit where you pay money and you might get something big. You just do it. It's been a thing forever. It's been from scratchies to fucking lottery tickets, whatever the fuck it is. It's just those mini dopamine hits that people abuse and you pay for. That in my opinion is just like
Now, I'm not
gambling
saying
in general.
it's isolated just to Reddit.
Copium, actually,
I
though.
would
Like,
agree with
But
you. Yep.
and then you get a
but
hit
at
and
the
it's
same
copium.
time, it's like this is the most visible echo chamber of the bullshit. It's logical to conclude that, hey, this is where the bulk of it is originating from.
Mm. There's a phrase called cyberbullying.
Tell
It just seems.
Oh, I'll
as
call him
time
when
sort
I'm
of moves
good. That's
on,
good. I'll work with that.
More and more, you start to see the allowance and the cultivation and the curation of what effectively turns into
The reason why Mehdi will get more of a response to this, in my opinion, of like you guys being like, "Wow, look at Mehdi own this, guys," is because he speaks in a casual manner. I just laugh at these guys and call them retards. He elaborates on what's sort of happening and says it in a normal voice, and it resonates better. Whereas I just go in there and meme on it and shit. So
cyberbullying of individuals who are attempting to tell their own tale, and when the tale they are telling comes in conflict with the echo chamber's desires, I think some people know that if they spin things a certain way, enough hate can result in things changing. Be it the meth arc.
I don't think
Be
it's an
it,
intelligence thing. It's just
now
like
recently the PD
having a relaxed
quite frankly,
mind.
the
You know what I
majority of
mean?
us,
Patience, exactly.
our friends and
Whereas my
and
fucking mind has fucking 20
feel
things
real.
going off in
I do
at the same
believe that
time.
they
It's just like
understand that there is a
fucking
power there.
I'm fucked in the
And
head,
that power is easily targeted on those that either don't have aren't used to getting pressure from the outside, or aren't used to the brigade that may stem from that Reddit and then arrive in their chat rooms. And to point out, I do think YouTube can be a problem, but I think by and large,
Oh,
like, that's a
YouTube.
different-
Just so you guys know, YouTube, you guys had the same fucking agenda on some of these videos. But like I said, I feel like the difference between YouTube comments and Reddit comments is YouTube comments doesn't have some fucking retard deleting certain things that fits their actual agenda. It's done by a neutral team that isn't involved in the specific roleplay environment. And that's why it is less bias in that circumstance. But that doesn't mean that there isn't fucking idiots on there saying some dumb shit. Like, don't get me wrong. There is a lot of fucking sway because that XQC, CG, they're more relevant on YouTube than, us, or other people. So they got to get more sway on there. But at least the opinions aren't just fucking randomly deleted because some guy's having fucking, a hissy fit or whatever.
issue that could be tackled separately. It is true that
Channel owners definitely delete comments, yeah, but you're talking about people like a lot of this shit. You're right. There is shit that gets moderated, but if you think anybody uploads on YouTube and actually goes through and fucking starts to delete shit, bro, these motherfuckers are uploading like fucking 20 clips a day, some of these channels, okay? They don't give a fuck. They're just there to get ad revenue off us and fucking, beep, 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 beep. Just whatever clip's the highest, let's upload it, boys.
Streamers do spew some shit. I mean, I'm sure I've done it in the past. But there's also some sort of ignorance of human, something happening in the second, right?
AWP. Does AWP still
has
exist?
some effects. But
No.
allowing something to fester is a whole nother breed.
I mean, dude, if people come in this chat, and my mods ban them instantly, like I usually tell them to stop because even here, I prefer to talk to people, even though, I'm probably just going to call them a retard, right? And, meme and shit. But I like that they
Agreed.
I like that they come in here and shit talk. I like conversation, dude.
On the topic of
Especially with
adding
stupid
things
people.
faster,
Makes me feel
I
smart,
noticed that
even though I'm, you know, not.
with regards